yet.
Bob, how are you?
Oh, Lionel, apparently, did you bump your head into the microphone or something before you left the building today?
No, not my head.
You didn't bump your head into the microphone?
No, not at all.
Then what is the possible explanation for the condition of the studio, Lionel?
I'm a star, Bob.
Yeah, right.
Get Stereo to clean it up.
Exactly. I mean, this is disgraceful, Lionel. I think you should come back here and clean it up.
Get Stereo to clean it up.
Stereo is a star, Lionel.
Lionel, clean up on this, buddy.
Let me tell you something. I'll give you something to clean up.
Yeah?
Let me tell you something, Lassiter.
Yeah.
You're jealous.
Jealous?
You hate
jealous
my
of a
guts.
man that does 3 hours with Joe Redner?
You're jealous of me. I'm
At
not here making big bucks.
9:47 this morning, Lionel, Redner logged more time on this station than anybody but Paul Gonzalez.
Get a maid.
He only needs 16 more hours, Lionel, and then he has
Get
more time on
Stereo.
here than Gonzalez has.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, anybody gets sucked into doing Redner again. Give me a break.
Let me tell you something.
Why the hell don't you do your show from a junior high school locker room? I mean, come on, that's the same kind of stuff.
Great. Give away my plan. Terrific. I've been working it out for 2 weeks and you're giving it away.
Oh, Joe Redner, maybe he'll let me get in there and touch something. Oh.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do to that desk tomorrow, Lassiter. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring fecal remains from farm animals.
Well,
and I'm going to smear it all over the place, all right?
So
you want
just in case you don't know, you are responsible to stay in that studio until I arrive. And I'm not going in there until you come in and clean it up.
You'll never arrive, Lassiter. Why don't you tell Stereo to clean it up? He's good with a vacuum cleaner.
Sir, may I refer you to, other side of the door? Okay. May I refer you to the memo dated,
Yeah, let me refer you to something, too.
Dated 5/25/88.
Refer you to this.
Well, I'm referring you to 5/25/88.
I don't read memos.
You don't read memos? Well, then you might want
to
tell Mr. Maseko about it.
Well, let me tell you something. When you talk to Maseko, you ask Maseko why he and Schumann and Reggie Michaels begged me to do this thing, all right?
It's
and tell
simple.
us the whole deal made me
was on vacation.
I got to clean up from some two-bit bum who used to do country and western. I walked into your industry.
You are the two-bit bum that I have to clean up after.
Sure
are.
I paid no due.
Not enough fiber and too much fun. Anulube comes in ointment or suppository and comes with a handy-dandy lubricated launcher.
Supposed to tell anybody how much I make, which would cause your jaw to hit the floor, Mr. Big Shot.
You're right. If it's over $4 an hour, it would cause my jaw to hit the floor.
Why don't you get an Auric XL?
I mean, if Maseko is paying you more than $4 an hour, I can't wait until it's time for me to negotiate my contract.
You're a loser, Lassiter. I got work to do. See.
Work to do.
See you later.
You mean your day job? If you're getting so much money, Lionel, how come you have to have another job? You know what I mean?
It's a hobby for me. The fact that they pay me is their problem.
A hobby
Who's the
for
fool?
you. A hobby
Who's
for
the
you,
fool?
Lionel.
You can't believe it, Lassiter. Somebody can do your job. It still frosts you, doesn't it? You can't believe it.
Somebody can do my job?
You are jealous.
You ain't doing my job, Lionel.
You hear what people talk about the station?
You're filling 3 hours a day, baby. 3 hours a day with Joe Redner.
Everybody who loves me.
Mr. Redner, do you have any
See who's going to be on the 6 o'clock news tonight. See who's going to hear. Do you know all the reporters I got booked in? All the people who want to meet me?
6 o'clock news tonight.
You hate this.
Is that with Little 13?
You hate this.
I mean, you didn't even get on with Cheryl Brown, man. You're on with Gramps and the kid.
Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. You're jealous of Paul Harvey. You're jealous of me. You're miserable. You know why? Because you thought you'd be farther in your career than you are now. You're 53 years old and you're a loser. Clean it up, Bob. I'm busy. Go to hell.
I wonder if Maseko heard the way he's talking to me. This is just unreal. Just unreal. Unbelievable.
You know, the neat part of that call is it was to a car phone, and since he answered it, he had to pay for it.
Hey, fantastic. We got to call him back. I'll pick up all this stuff. We'll put it on his desk. We'll put these cigarette butts in his mailbox. I mean, there's more than one way to fool with a turkey like this. Look at all this coffee. What the hell am I going to do with this? Unreal. Unreal. Jeez. It's a slob. Man is an absolute slob. Ugh. Ew. Unreal. Coffee cups. Filled with coffee. Michael, did you see this? Captain Mel's hanging pictures of himself in the studio now. Oh, this place has gone to hell in a handbasket. Just take this. No, that's okay, Dawn. No problem. Excuse me, guys. We're just walking down the hall.
They paged you.
Yeah, Dawn, they were paging you. Dawn called. Lionel's on the phone. Would you see to it that the note is put on this box for Lionel, please? I appreciate that very much. So on the phone with Dawn.
Should have kept the vacuum, Bob.
What?
Should have kept the vacuum.
Yeah, I know. Is Captain a vacuum over here on the FM side?
I don't think we do, no.
No, okay.
We just keep it clean amongst ourselves. We just, help each other.
FM guys are really clean. You don't have the kind of problems we have over there, do you? Gee, willikers. I mean, Harris would never leave a studio like that. He'd never. And on top of that, Zintel wouldn't make you work in it if he did. And where the hell is Schumann? Where the hell is Schumann at a time like this? Schumann ought to be in here taking care of this kind of stuff. We'll see if Schumann's here. Yo, Schumann! Yo! That damn door's locked. He's probably out fishing again. Man would spend more time here, less time out fishing. Zintel, are you technically in charge with Schumann gone?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you know that? Oh, Shu is fishing today.
She was fishing. Did you see the kind of condition that Lionel left that studio in?
One more time?
Did you see the condition that Lionel left the studio in?
Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. It looked kind of like your living room.
Unreal. No respect. What was that?
Lionel wants to know if you can pick up his dry cleaning.
If he can pick up his dry cleaning.
To wash his car.
Who the hell's going to help him tie his shoes? What do you mean, can he pick up his dry cleaning? Oh, well. Enough is enough of this crap. Just got to do the show at some point in time. But, hey, look, they pay Lionel what they're paying him to do 3 hours of talk radio with Joe Redner. Whoa, Joe Redner. And they pay me what I do, and if they want me to spend the first 40 minutes of my show cleaning up after Lionel, what the hell? Hey, I'll spend my time cleaning up after Lionel. No problem at all. Okay, we don't need the 8 a.m. temperatures. Don't need the early morning weather forecast. Don't need that. Let's pick up all that stuff and throw it away. Oh, phooey. Well, it's starting to look like a studio, except for all that gunk. God, it's bad enough he leaves everything in the cups, but spills half of it on the console, too. Oh, well. In any event, let's see, 12:38 the time. We'll wipe down the console here and be back momentarily.
To go to hell, Bob. That was the last straw. I go, what the heck's going on down at this place?
Well, all I can say is that Lionel should, if he wants to know the future, he should study the past. Let's let it go at that.
Are you jealous, Bob?
Jealous of what?
Of Lionel.
Jealous of Lionel?
Yeah.
Jealous of a caller?
Well, he's now a talk show host.
Sir, simply because he sits in a time slot does not make him a talk show host. Lionel is a caller. He has been a caller. And for the rest of his life, he will be a caller.
All right. I mean,
if it looks like a caller, sir, if it walks like a caller, if it sounds like a caller, it is a caller.
Sure glad you didn't step in him.
What can I say?
Have a good one.
Be good. One line available in Hillsborough, 990-9352. How they left it was I would kill to have it left so neat. I mean, we're talking about 4 coffee cups. The guy left behind 4 coffee cups, just in one little area, 3 of them half filled. His vile cigarette ashtray. Coffee cups left over from his guests yesterday. I mean, who in the hell does he think goes in here and cleans up? My goodness. I do declare. Whoa. Gino in Adiron, West Shore. Hi there, Gino in Adiron.
Bob, how are you?
Are you serious?
What?
Are you call me, and ask me how I am?
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't play that jingle.
Whoa.
I
That's
lost my mind. First of all, I want to compliment you and the station on the very nice, tactful way you handled Dick's passing and, the subsequent shows. And I thought it was really tastefully done and very diplomatic in, such trying times. But I really called to tell you about Lionel. I happen to know that because
swine?
I sometimes frequent, see him at places that I attend, professional meetings. And, he owes Redner. That 3 hours, you'll probably see Redner on his show probably once a week for 3 hours at each den. So he'll get those 16 hours and probably qualify for J-Corps retirement because Redner saved that man. I mean, he was chasing a lot of ambulances and going broke with his 1969 Cadillac DeVille. The gas bill on something like that, I think it gets 2 miles an hour.
Well, you know what I just found out during the news break, which makes it even worse? Redner was on with Gardner.
Yeah, but Al Gardner had the sense to just, it was about 5-10 minutes he gave him, But, Paul, how he used to frequent the Tanga and the Mon.
Well, they call him Golly Whiz for nothing.
Paul Gonzalez traded out lap dances for, airtime. But Lionel has gone way beyond the pale. He devoted the whole show to Joe.
Unbelievable.
But, there's a reason for it. Lionel represents the LDA.
The LDA?
The Lap Dancers Association of Tampa Bay.
Probably about the only kind of clients he could get.
Well, but, since he got that representation, he doesn't have to face the old accident scene anymore.
By the way, there is something I want to clear up because I was inadvertently part of a fraud in the first hour. This thing about, we'll call Lionel on his car phone. We called him at his phone booth.
Well, that's another thing. The guy graduated at the bottom third of his class from the Adam Clayton Powell School of Law in Harlem. What kind of job's the guy going to get? He's lucky. He's lucky that you put in, or you're allowing him to be on the air. And you, Bob, I know you pass on the new talk show host. So
No. I have utterly nothing to do with comings or goings of talk show hosts at this station or any other.
As a senior manager.
No, sir. I simply state my opinion.
Okay.
And, on the air like anybody else can.
And don't count on your office being clean again, with him preceding you, because I heard he was cited by the Tampa EPA for the yard is filled with weeds and unsightly. Grass hasn't been cut in about 6 months.
And his poor mother.
Flamingos scattered around. Hey, you're dealing with a shamil. A little guy came out of, what am I going to tell you?
His mother and his sister,
trying to make the big time.
They both listen to the show. They must be so embarrassed. I mean, I would be embarrassed if it was my son or my brother, the way he just leaves things behind for people to pick up after him.
Well,
I mean, what failures? What failures these poor women must
let
feel
it
like.
pass, because you guys are in a crunch now. You need, unfortunately, because of Dick's passing and everything, you need the guy on the air for a few more weeks. But don't expect anything other than, Joe Redner will be on the air.
God, can't we get some old Paul Harvey tapes or something to fill the time up with? Paul Harvey doesn't leave coffee cups behind.
Bob, I got to run. I got to call Holden, but and I think it might be Lionel. But listen, the guy's a good lawyer, though. He only charges about $15 an hour. So what are you going to get?
What can I say? Thanks, Gene.
Thanks, Bob.
Be good. Off it is now to St. Petersburg. Hi there, St. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Yeah, hi, Bob.
Hi.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say I hope Lionel's listening, because he was acting like a 7-year-old kid.
Well, I think Joe probably had some pictures he was, passing back and forth across the table
Bob,
here. Oh, look at that naked things there.
Yeah,
Oh.
like my daddy can be your daddy. And you, Bob, were acting like a 6-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah? How's
you
that?
broke my toy. I mean, why don't you fellows keep your inter-office disputes off the air and not subject us listeners to it?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm deeply insulted when someone leaves the studio in that condition.
It's not very good on public image for your studio you work for.
That's right, sir, and that's why I leave it neat.
Or Liz Richard are having
That's why I leave it neat when I leave the studio, sir. It's a way of paying respect to the person that follows you.
Perhaps so, but still, you sound like a couple of little kids arguing for about the 20 minutes there, and we had to listen instead of talking about,
No, you didn't have to listen, sir. You could have changed the station.
Yeah, true. Well, anyway,
Except that it was damn good shtick, and it was funny.
You sounded like you were about to, have a aneurysm there, Bob.
Well, sir, you sound to me like somebody that can't quite Well, we won't get into that.
You sound like, Mommy, he broke my toy. My daddy can beat your daddy. So I think you and Lionel, for two middle-aged, well-educated guys, we're acting like a couple of, little kids fighting over a broken toy.
Sir, I would point out to you that I'm not that well-educated.
Okay, then take that as a compliment. You sound well-educated. Most of the, prior to the day, with your handling of Uncle Bob's passing and all, I will say you do sound very educated and articulate. But the day you and Lionel both, must have lowered your IQs about 50 points.
Well, now, wait a second, sir. Why does it behoove me to cover up for this slob, this absolute slob of a caller who's in here, trying to do a talk show in the morning? Why should I cover up for him?
Well, public relations.
Public relations? The hell with public relations, sir. I don't get paid to do public relations. We have somebody down the other end of the building that does public relations. Not me. I do a talk show, sir. I talk about whatever I want to talk about, and if I come in and I feel as though, if I come in and feel as though someone has insulted me, and in essence insulted you, sir. I mean, it's not just me, it's you. How can I do a show of top-level quality when I have to sit here and look at somebody else's garbage and trash? I can't, can I? No. I can't sit here and solve the problems of the world when I've got 5,700 coffee cups underneath my nose with rotting, stinking, molding coffee left over from Lionel. So, sir, it's not me, per se. It's you that he insulted. I am defending you, sir. Once again, I have taken the role of the defender of the underdog, the poor little helpless man such as yourself, who doesn't really have an outlet, who doesn't have the ability to stand up against mental midgets like Lionel.
Well,
and this is the thanks I get, sir.
We're going to listen to 6- and 7-year-old level arguments. I'll probably start putting some kids on the air to argue with each other. Mommy, he hit me. Mommy, he broke my toy. That's what it sounded like.
You don't even understand, sir, that it was all for you. All done for you. Cretin. Largo, you're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Yes, I'm getting real tired of you whining about these trivial issues.
What trivial issues?
You always come up with some stupid thing to whine about. What was it last year? That your chair squeaked or something like that?
What was it last year?
Yeah. Now this guy, what do you do? Leave some coffee cups? Why don't you get off your fat butt and pick up the coffee cups and put them in the trash?
I did.
What do you act like? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, why do you have to gripe about it? You act like you got a hard job or something. Why don't you try...
Well, I gripe about it because he didn't clean up after himself. That's why I griped about it.
Well, don't you have janitors or something?
Sir, yes, they come in at night. What kind of an example do you want to leave for the youth of this country? Here you are, sir, in essence, defending a litter bug. There are young children listening to this show, sir, and all you can do is defend a litter bug?
No, I'm griping at you because you're making a big issue.
No, sir,
why don't you talk about something important?
Sir, you disagree with my political and my religious views, but you're not smart enough to tell me why you disagree with them.
Tell you why.
So you call up and you complain about me complaining about a litter bug.
Did Lionel ever file bankruptcy? I'd like to know that. Did Lionel ever
I don't know, sir.
Did Lionel ever drop out of high school?
I don't know. Why don't you call him?
Did Lionel ever duck the service?
I don't know, sir. Why don't you call him and ask him?
Well, I don't think so.
It's amazing. You never take part in any serious shows.
Now. He's the second person that says he makes as much money as you.
I don't give a damn what he says. He doesn't.
Well, that's what in essence he was trying to say. And
I don't care.
And then he tried to tell you to go to hell. And not you got that the board there that answers the phone. Have him pick up the damn coffee cups.
I beg your pardon. He's a professional, sir.
I beg your pardon. I'm going to jump in here. I'm not paid to clean up after the slobs.
That's right.
What's that?
He's not paid to clean up after slobs. Michael is a professional. He's not a caller.
So you saying you pick up your coffee cups at the end of the day?
Of course I do. My mother raised me right. Didn't your mother raise you to do that?
If it's such a big deal, hire a janitor. What do they? You only pay them $3.35 an hour. Why don't you put someone?
Well, wait a second. Are you the kind of slob that goes around expecting people to pick up after you too?
No, but
no wonder you like Lionel.
I don't sit
down. You probably like Tim Coles.
And answer calls.
Probably like Liz Richards.
What does it take? How much energy does it take to pick up a damn coffee cup and
why don't you tell Lionel that, for God's sake? He's the one that left them there.
He's at work right now.
He's at work right now. He's standing in a phone booth, sir,
waiting, hoping against hope that there'll be a fender bender out in front of his phone booth.
He's a professional, unlike you. All you do all day long is sit out.
He's a professional caller, sir.
Do some work. Do something. As a matter of fact, I had a question to ask also. Are you allowed to drink beer there at the station while you're working, or is there some kind of law with Jake Orr?
I don't drink beer, sir.
What's that?
I don't drink beer.
Oh, I just asked, are you allowed to? If perhaps you...
I don't know, sir. Not drinking beer, not being the type of person to drink beer, it has never dawned on me to ask if I can do something that I don't want to do.
Well, what do you drink, vodka?
I don't kill people either, sir, so I haven't bothered to ask them yet if I can kill people while I'm on the air.
You drink vodka. No, I heard you were an alcoholic, weren't you?
No, I wasn't an alcoholic, sir, no.
Oh, you never attended AA?
No, I never attended AA.
Oh, I thought I saw someone like you at...
Oh, you thought you saw someone like me, I see. Well, do you attend AA, sir?
What's that?
Do you attend AA, sir?
Oh, just to look for poor souls that I could help. I'm a charitable...
What a pathetic liar you are. I mean, just a pathetic liar. You sit home day after day, listen to my show. You're jealous as all hell. You sit there and say, oh, boy, except for this snort, I could probably do a talk show like Lassiter and earn big bucks, too.
Hey, the Astrolojet's about 10 times better than the program you got today.
Then how come you're an hour and 20 minutes into mine, sir?
Because it's going to get shut off after I tell you after I give you a piece of my mind.
Sir, you gotta have a mind before you can give me a piece of it.
Talk about issues. There's a lot of things going on. Don't talk about it.
You're damned right, sir. I am talking about issues. I'm talking about people who are so damned arrogant they walk around and won't even pick up after themselves.
Like you.
It's a hell of a lot more important than communism or anything else like that we could talk about.
How come you're not in New York? How come you're not working up there?
Because, sir, I love being here driving you insane. I get this large charge, sir, out of the fact that, first of all, I call her the Astrolojet, so you pick it up and call her the Astrolojet, and then you tell me how great she is, but you're listening to my show.
Well, he made a good point. He said, you are stagnant. Have your ratings ever gone up? I think you give the same numbers every time you read that. Your ratings
sir, it's because I'm incredibly consistent.
Don't they ever go up, though?
Sir, they're as high as they can be in this format.
You're stagnant, like a pond. It never moves. You're stagnant. You don't move anywhere. Like you said, you're 53 or something? You
43, sir,
you're
43.
in the same spot, griping about a damn coffee cup. Tomorrow you're going to gripe about how hard it is to twist off the caps on milk.
And you'll be there listening to it.
No, I won't. I don't listen to programs like that.
Right.
I like the programs where you got something interesting to, where there's two sides to an issue. Where someone's going to call up and say, yeah, he should have left the coffee cups, and the other guy's going to call up and say, no, he shouldn't have. I mean, what kind of issue is that? Talk about your abortion. Like you like to kill those. Talk about how that's going to be reversed within this the next year here.
Funny. Again, I point out, sir, we never hear you during any of these great shows, any of these great issue shows.
I always call.
Oh, get off my case. The only time you call is in a situation like this.
Hey, have a beer and relax, you freak.
I don't drink beer, sir. Might point out that you seem to be the one who would equate relaxing and drinking beer. Uncle smokes.
He does.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I quit a while ago, but...
well, of course, sir. Anybody who's anybody has quit smoking.
Yeah, but don't forget, you could just quit. He may quit next week. Will that make him,
Yes, sir. He may sprout wings next week, too, sir, but I tend to doubt it.
Yeah, okay. That's besides the point. I still think he's entertaining, and he gives people what they want, and he does get some good callers. I think,
Oh, great guests, too, like Joe Redner.
Yeah, well, that was overdone a little, but I mean, I'm just talking about his regular call.
Jeez, I hope that tomorrow morning Al Gardner doesn't have on the turkey lady or something in the last hour.
No, okay, but I mean, that's a guess. I'm talking about...
Well, turkey lady, come into the studio. Let's talk.
But I mean, isn't it a fact that that there? I don't know what kind of a drawing he's getting, but you should.
You don't know what kind of a what he has?
Yeah, a following, or
what kind of a following?
Yeah, a number count of people that call, but I'm sure, or that listen. I
think he had 3 the first hour.
But I mean, at least
one of which was a friend.
And I just get the feeling that why don't you just ignore him and just take it from there? And
I'd be delighted to ignore him, sir, but unfortunately, it takes me 20 minutes to clean up after him.
Well, again, as somebody said, that's like a in-house problem. And,
no, it's not an in-house problem, sir. It is a direct reflection upon what he thinks of you.
Well, I don't take it that way. I just take what comes over here. If you didn't even mention it, and I just take you like I...
Sir, this is kind of like our house, isn't it? I mean, we're all one big happy family here, right?
Right.
Okay, sir. Well, if the people in your household left the house dirty knowing that you were coming to visit, then they would be insulting you, wouldn't they?
Right.
Well, that's what Lionel did. He insulted you, sir. I'm standing up for you.
But I wouldn't advertise it. I mean, it's an objection, and it's maybe a legitimate objection.
I didn't buy any time here, sir. I'm not advertising it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just forget
I mean,
about it.
if you and the likes of Lionel don't want to hear about filth in the studio, then don't leave filth in the studio, nor support people who leave filth in the studio.
Oh, I'll listen to whatever you have to.
I mean, if you would all call up and say, shame, 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 Lionel, and he had to listen to that for 3 hours because if I don't care what he had going for him this afternoon, he canceled it. I mean, he is sitting somewhere in a park under a tree with his car radio on, listening to every word of this, taping it because his name is being mentioned. If he would all call up and say, shame, 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 he would be so humiliated, I would never, ever have to face another dirty studio again.
Yeah, but don't you say that's not too important to the listeners? I mean, I don't care. I mean,
it's not too important to the listener.
It's important
It's important to me.
Right, okay, so that's
Don't you care? I'm a human being, sir. I'm a human being who has needs and wants and feelings and desires. If I want a clean studio, sir, it should be important to you.
If my wife doesn't do the housework, it might be important to me, but, I mean, I'm sure that nobody else gives a damn. You know what I'm saying?
But, sir, you're not me.
No, okay, right. That's it. Big hang-up. Okay. Still, just keep up. You're good. Keep it going, but give the devil his due. I think he's entertaining. I really do.
I am giving him his due, sir. Tampa, you're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Hello, Bob.
Yes, hello.
Been a little while.
Uh-huh.
Since I said, and you said it 2 or 3 times since then, about the ex-president talking through his teeth. I hear you saying that once in a while. But look, what I wanted to call for, let me turn this damn thing off.
Joe Redner's still on, so it's like...
Oh, okay.
Joe Redner's still in the building.
Wait just a minute. Now I got it off. What I wanted to suggest to you and ask you first, did you look under the table or desk or whatever it is that you're in front of?
Look under it for what purpose?
Well, Lionel might have lost his lace under there.
His lace?
Yeah, the pink lace that he wears.
The pink lace that he wears. I've never seen Lionel in pink lace.
Well, maybe you didn't see him at the right time.
I've seen him in an utterly obscene Hawaiian prince. I've seen him in a Panama hat.
Oh, darling. Oh, honey.
I saw him once in a 3-piece suit when he was thin.
When he was thin? Why, is he heavy now?
Are you kidding? The little sucker's put on at least 50 pounds in the last 6 months.
Well, he's put on 6 since he went on the station.
Wouldn't be surprised at that either.
But you look around, you might find the lace.
Okay.
And give it to him with my compliments.
With your compliments,
and if that doesn't do any good, I'll send him a wristband.
A wristband.
To give him more strength in his wrist.
Okay.
Are you reading me?
Am I what you?
Are you reading me?
Oh, thank God. Yes.
Okay. Bye, Bob.
Take care.
Bye.
I think I'm going to look under the table here. No, nothing there. St. Petersburg. Hi there, St. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon. Fine, thank you.
Yeah. Lionel, as you say, is a caller. Very poor caller when he did call.
Yeah, one of the worst.
Pardon?
One of the worst.
Yeah, I listened to him over the years.
We preferred Harlow's calls to Lionel's.
Yeah, he never had anything to say.
Never.
Of his own volition. It was always...
Be ocean.
Yeah, it was always a derogatory comment about someone else or what someone else had said previous to him.
Never anything positive. Never.